Good morning. Of course, there's a truck going by. So, last night went pretty awesome, actually. Yesterday, if you got to see my video, it was kind of like this mild anxiety of, do I want to do this? Why don't I just try to find somewhere with better weather and go somewhere else? And then I started realizing like the panic that I'm putting into myself and the energy that I'm exerting by trying to find the right place. And so, I don't know, I kind of got the hint after I was like just walking around picking berries and drinking coffee at the park yesterday that I think I'm gonna stay and weather the next 4 days. So, packed up my stuff at my old campsite because I kind of also got the feeling that I'm moving campsites. And yeah, either way, go back, watch the video. I set up this tent in the rain, and last night I walked up to my car to eat supper, and as I'm sitting there eating my hot soup / chili, I kind of mixed two things together and it was delicious. But I'm sitting there eating it and I was just like, I felt like a little kid again. And it was like, not only was I a little kid again, but I was also the parent. I was my dad in some sense. Like, I could sense like this energy of like, I am on this awesome camping trip and I get to do whatever I want. I get to eat whatever I want. I get to, it was like doing the things for myself that I didn't get as a kid. Granted, as a kid, I grew up on a farm, and whenever we would want to, we would go set up a tent in the backyard, and me and my sisters would sleep out in it, or we'd just throw sleeping bags out on the front lawn. Granted, we only made it to about 2 a.m, but we never went on a camping trip. I never had the type of maybe dad that would take us somewhere for a weekend and then we'd set up a little fire ring and we'd I never had that. And last night when I was doing some of my what I always felt as survival, well, I gotta make food tonight, and I gotta put up this shelter, and I gotta sit in here and be all cold and miserable. When I got to like feel it like that, where I was like not only the little kid enjoying this tenting experience, but also like the parent that never took me on a camping excursion, where we're sitting there eating hot soup out of a pot, and I didn't have the things for s'mores, but I was half tempted, and maybe tonight I'll go get some, but to make s'mores out of the back of my car. So all of that to say, it was like an interesting realization of, give me a minute. That woke me up at 3 a.m. So apparently, unbeknownst to me, I am right next to a logging road. All the times I've been down here, it's been very quiet because you're right next to the creek and all this other stuff. And at 4 a.m, they start logging. So I'm gonna probably move my tent, same area, but closer to the water and maybe a little setback from the road. See if that helps at all. If not, hey, guess what? I move spots. We tried. But let's see what I get into. I have a feeling I'm gonna be down here a little bit today. Might haul some of my breakfasty things and my coffee stuff down here, and set up shop. So let's go enjoy. So, made some hot, fresh tea with lemon balm that I foraged. Oh my, look at my hair. You don't realize how much humidity there is right now until you do that. So anyway, fresh lemon balm, yay. And breakfast of muesli with blackberries that I foraged, elderberries that I foraged, and kefir that I made. And not the kefir that I was talking about yesterday where it was questionable milk, actual kefir that I made. So I'm gonna enjoy some breakfast, and then let's see what we get into today. See what topics we want to talk about, or what mischief we want to make. It's like one of those videos where you can watch me eat, and then they have to have the sounds, like the nummy sounds. So good. I said I'd never get married again, but I'm pretty sure I'd marry that breakfast. I don't know. There's something to foraging your meals that feels very, I don't know, satisfying, connecting, something. And it's like when I started getting into foraging, probably about, I don't know, two or 3 years ago, it was like, I knew it's not going to sustain me. It's not going to be the only thing I eat is only the things that I forage. But I don't know, there's something to, like this meal, for example. I didn't make the muesli. However, I did go and buy all the pieces at bulk stores and stuff, made a huge bag of it sitting in my car. But the blackberries, the kefir, the elderberries, making this tea, even the honey, I didn't forage it, but I used to keep bees. There's just something about, I don't know, being more self-sustained. Yeah, I don't know. Something was coming up there about being self-sustaining, and also like now I'm living in my car and, relying on myself for my own shelter, which is this, and, to take care of myself, but also, like enjoy life. So I don't know, it's like this sense of connecting with myself. Connecting with myself. And finding what truly lights me up. And there's something about having knowledge maybe of plants, or I don't know. If I don't have the knowledge, that I'm willing to look it up. That some people just see a bunch of plants and I go, ooh, I wonder if that's edible. Ooh, I wonder if I can turn that into a tea. Ooh. So either way, thought I'd share that. This might actually just be the video. It's about connecting with yourself. Finding the things that excite you. I don't know what I want to be when I grow up now, but there's been this sense of maybe at some point settling down again and starting a homestead, a farmstead. I was doing that before I left, raising chickens, and well, I grew up on a farm, and then when I was married, we had a huge amount of land, but also a little farm, mostly poultry. And like I said, I miss that. I miss jarring things, making jams, making bread, harvesting eggs, or collecting eggs. I guess you don't really harvest them unless you're going in surgically for them, and that would be really uncomfortable for the chicken. But I miss keeping bees, like I kind of took all of that stuff for granted when you had it. Not you had it, when I had it. And because at that time it was just survival. It was your chores. I had to go out and get eggs. And I had to go out in July and open up the bees, and that's never fun because they hate you. And yeah, but you take it for granted, and now when you're not doing it, it's like all of these things that kind of lit you up. you know, that you were excited about or are excited about now. And yeah, so either way, I kind of see myself doing it again at some point, getting a milk goat, and getting goat milk and goat cheese and soap and all the stuff, and doing bees again at some point. And maybe I don't. Who knows? Maybe I find something else. But you know, I still feel that call to, I'll call it independence, but yeah, self-sufficiency. And it's like knowing that you can do it. I don't know if it's like something that I love doing and you can do. And yeah, whereas there's so many things in life, I think, that you are maybe unsure of yourself, and maybe that you have imposter syndrome around. But for some reason, it's like knowing that I can take care of bees, and knowing that I can, you know, feed myself somehow, you know, out here if I had to. And it's pretty cool. It's pretty cool. Plus, it's like little hobby things, you know, like I don't know how many of you are dorks like me, but back in the day, so I was born in the 80s, grew up in the 90s, and I remember one of my favorite books was My Side of the Mountain, which was something probably written in the 50s, if I remember correctly. But I always wanted to be Sam and hide away in the Catskills and find all of the plants and, you know, hunt my own food. And so either way, it's kind of like that's coming true. I giggle at it because out here there's so many oak trees and there's so many acorns, and I think about making acorn pancakes like he used to make, but boy, would that take some time. So I don't know if I'll get into that, but I've thought about it. Either way, yeah, finding what lights you up. And for me, it's like this idea of self-sufficiency and like leaning into it. And I don't know, like if you've seen any of my TikTok videos, I hand wash my laundry out here. I use laundry rooms too. And I use places with showers, but there's just something to it about like knowing I could, I'll call it live off the land, but at least utilize the land further. We'll go with that. All right, I'm gonna make some coffee with my awesome tea water that I made. Lemon balm, by the way, is great for like relaxation. It has, I'm just, little known fact, I'm just learning how to smell, but it has like this subtle minty smell to me. And so it's like this, I think it's growing everywhere to show me it's time to start relaxing, you know, be more in my body, be more present. So I'm gonna amp that up with some coffee, and then, I don't know, probably hang out here, maybe get a shower. Creek's gonna be a little cold after the rain, but maybe do some laundry too. This is my laundry place that I go to. So, all right, I will see yous in the next video. Check it. If you like my videos, if you like my content, if you like what I'm doing, if you don't like what I'm doing, if you have any suggestions for what you want to see more, comments, whatever, click like, click subscribe, click comments, or type one in. That one's even better. And share it. Share my videos. I don't know. Half the time, well, no. Every time, I don't plan these things. I just see what comes out naturally. And so if you have any suggestions for what you want to see, or maybe what your friends want to see, let me know. And I'll see if I can do it. This is how you clean your dishes when you live in your car. Maybe not the most efficient. It's definitely the most fun. Till you go out to a nice restaurant and then you go to do one of these things and people are like, what the fuck is wrong with you?